All right. All right. All right. All right. We is live, y'all. We is live. I wonder. I wonder. Can we? Oh wait, I think I uninstalled it. I think I've uninstalled it. I used to have a program called VMod or Voice Mod. Yeah, and I've uninstalled it. Oh well, no, never mind. No bother. It's all good. Oh man. Ah. So good. It's just going to be is what it is. But yeah, I used to have a program called Voice Mod, and it had some really cool features on it. I can't remember why I uninstalled it. I mean, I think I remember why, but I'm not sure if that's the reason that I'm remembering. I think uninstalled it because it got a bit of a nuisance. Yo, what up, Nat? Fashion by Natalie. How's you doing? Good afternoon. Have a blessed day. Appreciate you coming through, Nat. How is you? How's the crew? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a blessed day. Also, I actually have had a good day today. Um, I took my car to get an MOT done, and usually when I take it to get an MOT, like they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll be done in a few hours," and I'm like, "All right, cool." But when they say a few hours, they really mean like later in the day. Like if I take it in the morning, I usually don't get it back till like the afternoon, like early evening or something like that. If I take it like say 9 a.m., 10 a.m., I'll get my car back maybe 4 or 5 p.m. or something like that. That's how it usually goes. So today I took the car there. It was like, yeah, we'll get back to you in a couple of hours in a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. I'm getting ready to go. But then yeah, they actually got back to me in less than 2 hours and it was like, yeah, car's ready, come collect it. It's like, all right, cool. It was like, all right, well, yeah, well, can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that. Um, so yeah, pretty cool that happened. What else I've been doing today? This recording, yeah. So I have a channel that some of you might know about called Haze's Movie Room, and I've been posting videos on that channel up until I think July was the last video I posted on that channel. Let me up this a little bit. I think it was July the last time I posted on that channel, and I ended up taking a long ass break. But I'm wanting to come back. I'm preparing to come back, and I wrote two videos. I recorded two videos. I just need to edit them now and post them, and of course write more videos and edit and record and edit and all that stuff. Uh, but yeah, I plan on coming back to that channel, and hopefully I can come out with some good content. So looking forward to that. And also, I have a service that I've been paying for called Opus Clip. It's a service that takes your long form content and converts it into like, short, reels or, YouTube short videos, that kind of format. Right. And I've had it for a while. It's a good service to use for my podcast where I can take the podcast episodes and convert them into sort of shorter clips, to watch on your mobile or whatever. So it's a good service and all that. But I get a lot from them, like more than I actually use. And so I was kind of thinking, you know what, maybe I can use it for other things as well. So as well as my podcast, I'm experimenting with using it on this channel and with the live streams and taking the live stream videos and converting those into short clips. So I did a few today and so I could post those out over maybe the next few days or so, give or take. But yeah, I was quite happy with the results. Some of them are pretty cool, and I thought they were kind of interesting and funny. So yeah, it might become a thing. I might start posting more shorts based on my taken from my live streams because I mean, why not, right? Why not? I mean, it's content, it's there, and appreciate people coming in to watch it live. When people come and watch it live, it's awesome. But, maybe a few clips here and there that can go out and whatever. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that's been pretty much my day. Oh, I went running as well. I went running. Only ran for about 5 miles though. It wasn't a long run. I mean, I wanted to do a longer run, but because I had some other stuff I needed to do today as well, I thought it's best to keep it a bit shorter. So I ran for about 5 miles, and then walked for a bit as well to kind of round it off, and then just did some what you call it, like pull-ups for exercising, pull-ups and dips and chin-ups. Chin-ups is when you're holding the bar this way, and then pull-ups is what was it? Oh wait, is this pull-ups? One of them is pull-ups, one of them is chin-ups. I don't know, but and I did both. uh, one of them is when you hold it this way, and then I think that's the pull-up, and then I think this way is called the chin-up. Um, it doesn't really matter. I did both, but one they got different names. And then the tricep dip. So when you hold the bar like this and push yourself down. So I did those as well. Uh, but yeah, quite a full day. Quite a full day. Got the car to the MOT. Um, got some running done. Got some workouts done. Got some editing. Some recording done. Um, and overall, yeah, pretty productive day. Methinks pretty productive day. Tomorrow, I've got to take my car to get relicensed for cab work. Um, because that gets asked, you have to do that every year. So I've got to get relicensed for the cab work. Then try and do some cab work after that as well for the day. The only thing is I've got to drive up quite far. It's not near where I live. Where I've got to go is quite far from me, but it is what it is. So it's a bit of a long drive, but such is you got to do you do what you got to do. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, that's been pretty much my day. Let's see. Oh yeah, recorded a podcast episode yesterday. We were talking about Inside Out. If you've not seen Inside Out, it's a great film. Well, both of them are great films. Inside Out and Inside Out 2. Both great films to dealing with emotions. And I really enjoyed that conversation I had actually because we went quite deep with it, and I like that. I like when we could talk about a movie or a show or whatever, and get really in depth with the sort of messages and the concepts of what the show or film or whatever it is doing. So yeah, I feel like we managed to do that with this episode. So I look out for that. It won't be the next episode. The next episode is due out on the 6th of November, and that's talking about Has Been Hotel, um, which is an animated, yeah, animated series on Amazon. Um, and I think that we went quite in depth with that as well. But then a couple of weeks after that, due on the 20th, is when the Inside Out video podcast should be released. Inshallah, that should all be happening in the coming weeks. And then I got us watch Invincible season 2. So I started watching Invincible season 2. Um, so getting ready for another podcast to talk about that. I've seen season 1 a while back, and that was really cool. But yeah, now to catch up with season 2 and get some thoughts on that going. Speaking of watching stuff, though, I did watch Bel Air season 2, which I really liked. I really liked. I felt like with season 2, they I think that they did better than season 1 in the sense that it wasn't relying so much on making references to the original show. Like, it's based on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which is I think it's a good idea to dramatize a comedy. I mean, it makes sense to me, especially a show like Fresh Prince, which had its serious moments just anyway. So for me, it makes if you're going to reboot something, it makes sense to do it, do a comedy show that something that was a comedy show and into a drama. So I liked what they did with the first season, and it definitely, to me at least, served as like a proof of concept that I mean, it kind of had a proof of concept before, which is how it even got made. But this first season kind of showed to was for me was like a proof of concept showing that this can work. But it did just make too many references, in my opinion, and it kind of relied too much on making these references to the original show, and it because of that, it wasn't feeling like it was doing its own thing. It didn't. It felt like they were starting a lot of storylines and then not really following them through. And it was implying a lot of things, but they're not really following through with it. Whereas with this season, it does that a little bit, but yeah, definitely it's more of its own thing. You know, it's more of its own show where yeah, it still makes some references, still does start some stuff and doesn't follow them through, but it doesn't do it anywhere near as much. Um, and yeah, it just sticks mostly to just being its own show, and it's a pretty good show once you get down to it. Like the concept for the show works, and I think once you have a really good core concepts, like you could the show pretty much writes itself at that point. Not to say that makes it easy, of course, but because it's not easy coming up with a really strong core concept. But I think their core concept of what they're doing really works. And it's just making a show around that. And they've done pretty well so far. And I think especially with the second season, it shows that it can to me like so as the first one show was like, kind of like a proof of concept that this can work. I think this proves that this is a show that can not just work but also exist in its own realm without being just a Fresh Prince of Bel Air spin-off or whatever. It can exist as its own thing, and it can create its own storylines. It can do different things with the characters, and I think some of the changes they've made with the characters, because all the main characters are there, but the changes they made with the main characters I think work for the show and the setting that they're in. So I think the season 3 has already been announced. Let me just double check that real quick. Let me just double check that. Bel Air season 3. Yeah, I think yeah, 3 seasons. They do have a season 3. Um oh wait, season 3. Oh wait, no, it's not released yet. It's not. What is it released? I got September 24. Okay, no, it is actually out. It's just not in the UK yet. Okay. So there is a season 3. It's just not in the UK yet. All right. So the Americans yeah, also okay, got released in August this year. 10 episodes between August and September. So yeah, it's out in America, I guess, but yeah, not in the UK yet. I won't read too much into it, but it looks like people are enjoying season 3 as well. It's been rated quite highly, so that's good. That's good. I mean, not that that matters, of course. I mean, and it's just it's what you think of it, right? But if people are liking it, that's a good thing. All right. So what I need to know then is season 3 UK release date is what I need to know. Yeah, season 3 premiered in the US with a UK release date yet to be announced. Ish. Damn. So like it's out. It looks like it's even completed in the US. And that's the thing about these stuff, right? Like I'm not particularly in favor of pirating things. Like I'd rather not do that. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes they don't give you too many options. Like, I mean, I guess I might have to wait a while for season 3, and that's fine. But it just kind of feels like you can give it a release date, right? It shouldn't be hard to have a release date for the UK because season 1 came out, season 2 came out. You know, they have deals with these networks and services and whatever, so it can't be hard to get season 3 a UK release date. So the fact that they haven't announced it and it's now October and they haven't announced the release date for the UK, it's just kind of like, I mean, my guess is that it will come out eventually, but they should give a date because there's a point where people be like, "Yeah, I don't want to wait that long." You know what I mean? I don't want to be waiting forever. So yeah, might have to do a VPN thing. I don't know, man. Might have to do a VPN thing. We'll see. We'll see. I do have a VPN. I very rarely use it though. I might have to use it more often. I have to use it more often. See if I can get this season 3. But yeah, man. I just kind of feel like with when it comes to like piracy, like I said, I'd rather not do it. But sometimes these companies make, maybe not it's the company. I guess it's probably more to do with like various local laws and things like that, and copyright laws and distribution laws, and it's probably more to do with that sort of thing. That'd be my guess anyway. I don't know what causes it, but it just sucks when like something gets made and it gets released in some parts of the world, but not others. Like things should just be available. You know what I mean? Like things should just be available. Like let's say something gets released in America, not in the UK. Okay, fine, but it should be just available for people in the UK to access it in some way. Like just because it's not released here doesn't mean we shouldn't be able to access it. Like I feel like anything that's released should be able to be accessed, right? Even if it's not released where you are. Like there's lots of people, for example, who are into, anime and stuff like that. And for a long time, anime wasn't really being released over here like that. People were pirating it because that's literally the only option. And it's only until like Crunchyroll kind of realized, oh, you know what, there's a market here. Like we can you know, step in on this and do something like Crunchyroll. And I think there was a couple other ones, but Crunchyroll was the biggest one. Well, it ended up being the biggest one. At least as far as I know, it's the biggest one. But the point is like they saw that there was a market and stepped in. But like it shouldn't come to that. Like it should be like that should be there already. There should be some way of accessing everything in some legitimate way, regardless of whether it's released in your country or not. Like if it's not going to be released in the UK, then fine. But I should be able to go to a US service and just like watch it there. Just pay your money and watch it there. Like, but you can't because you have to have a card registered here and be a US citizen and this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. And it's just a long thing, man. It's long, long. But yeah. Anyway, I'd rather not pirate, but I'm also not. I get why people do it. I mean, I've done it before. Back in the day when I didn't really give it much thought. I've done it before, but these days I'd rather not. But at the same time, I get it, man. I get why people do it when it comes to games. Sometimes games, especially as well, where it's like there's so many games that just aren't even available anymore. Like games from like the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Even more recent games, but like especially that era. There's so many games that were made that they don't have a publisher anymore, or the publisher's gone bust, and nobody's picks up the game. So they're just kind of like lost to the world unless you could get it on an emulator. Unless you got an emulator route, and emulators aren't illegal, or emulation rather isn't illegal, but you're supposed to have a copy of the game. Like officially, like the rules are that you're supposed to have a copy of the game that you're emulating. The reality is that most people who use emulation don't have a copy of the game. And yeah, there's gonna be some people who just don't care about that kind of thing. But then there's a lot of people who do. But at the same time, you just can't get that game anywhere. Like it's not being sold anywhere. You know, like maybe you might find somebody on eBay, and even then you might be paying like some ridiculous amount of money for it because it's like the last copy or some nonsense like that. So it's like it's not a game that's readily available anymore, and the only place you can find them is often emulators. So it's like on one hand you can look at it and say, well, look, nobody's entitled to play a game, which is true. Nobody's entitled to any form of creativity or movies, art, and nobody's entitled to that, which is true. But at the same time, like if it's not available anywhere else, like where is the harm in using an emulator? Like you're not taking money out of anybody's pocket at that point because the original publishers ain't had nothing to do with it for 30 years at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, to me, it's just like a whole bunch of like nonsense and dumbass laws and stuff that just makes things more complicated than they need to be. But ideally, what would happen, or like ideally, what should happen is that you should just have like a service for, say, games, movies, TV shows, books, comics, all kinds of media, and where you can just go and access like everything, like literally everything that was ever made, every book ever written, every game ever made, every movie, TV show, no matter where it is in the world, just everything that was ever created. There should be some kind of gateway, even if it's like whether it's like one site and it leads to different sites or something. I don't know. Like it's probably probably can't all have it all on one server. I'd assume, but these things all exist on the internet somewhere, right? So surely, well, I won't say it's going to be hard. It won't be easy. It probably will be quite hard actually, but ideally you could have something that just has you can go and be like, I want to play this game, and it would just find a link or somewhere where it'd be like, yep, you go to this site to play this game. I want to watch this movie. Okay, you go to this to watch this movie. That kind of thing. I mean, there are, I guess, attempts at something like that, but yeah, it'd be cool if there was something like that. If there was something like that that just existed now, where you could just go to this one site, and it's like a portal to everything. That'd be really cool. But oh well, I think YouTube is probably the closest we got to something like that. Not quite, but yeah. Yeah. What else I've been doing? Did I mention this? I watched the first season of, oh, what's it called again? Only Murders in the Building. Only Murders in the Building. It's a Disney Plus series with, okay. Oh, it's a season finale. So I just went to Disney Plus and it said, I was thinking it's a final. No, it's a season finale. So it's just the last episode of this current season. So yeah, it's a Disney Plus series with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. And I think they're like 5 seasons deep now. I've only seen the first season of it, or 4 seasons deep, rather. They're 4 seasons deep, but I've only seen the first season of it, and yeah, it was really good. Yo, what up? Is it? Oh, I thought I saw Isling. My bad. I thought I saw Isling pop up, but I didn't. No, I imagined I saw it. I'm sorry. Made me a mistake. Made me a mistake. Maybe it's just wishful thinking. I don't know. But yeah, my bad. But anyway, but yeah, it was really good. It was a really good show. Like it's a comedy drama, and I find usually with comedy dramas that they don't always balance out very well. Like they're either too heavy on the drama, and then they try to bring in jokes at a time where it just doesn't feel right to be making a joke. you know and a joke might even be a bad joke. It's just they just put it in at the wrong time, and it doesn't segue well. Or there might be too much in a comedy, then they try to be dramatic, and it's kind of like you're supposed to be trying to, you get the impression that you're supposed to be taking something seriously, but they just haven't done it in the way that you can take it seriously. I just find there's a lot of comedy dramas out there that don't balance out very well. But the one season I've seen of Only Murders in the Building, I think they balanced out the comedy and the drama very well. Like it's just at a point where it's light enough to be funny and jovial and things like that, but not so light that when the drama, when they're trying to be serious, that you can't take it seriously. Like when those more hard hitting moments come in, like you can still feel the gravitas of it, but then it doesn't go so deep into the drama side of things that when it's time to be funny, like it's just not working. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, one season that I've seen out, one out of 4 seasons I've seen so far, and yeah, so far so good with that show. So looking forward to getting round to season 2 eventually. Um, but there's so many things I want to be watching, man. There's so many shows and movies I want to watch that, but it's just time, isn't it? It's just time. So much to do, so little time. Got to renew my so yeah, I've got to renew my car license, my cab license for my car. This is a private hire vehicle license. So so the way cabin works is that you have a license for the driver and a license for the car. The vehicle license you renew every year, and that's coming up. I've got to do that tomorrow. But also, my actual license is coming up for renewal January, end of January. So I've got to get that ball rolling. Ideally, you want to get it done, before it expires, right? So that you could just keep going and keep moving. But yeah, I've got to book like a medical test and get a form filled out, and then of course pay the renewal fee and that whole thing. Um, which kind of sucks. I mean, I get it. Of course, you have to do it. It's part of it. Just like it sucks when you have to pay for something. But anyway, that's all to come. That's all to come. Uh, but until then, I do eventually want to get round to Agatha all along and Shogun. The thing is, some of these shows are just like, I mean, I like that. I like that. Shows are generally shorter in the season in the episode number these days. Like the episode count, typically it's sort of 8 to 10 episodes. I think in most shows these days, which is good. I kind of wish like the runtime was a bit shorter though, like because a lot of shows are like an hour per episode. 50 minutes to an hour per episode. I'm like, how about we cut it down to about 30 to 40 minutes per episode? Like tell your story per episode, in 30 to 40 minutes per episode. Some shows do that already, I know, but I kind of wish more shows did that. About 30 to 40 minutes. It might not sound like much, like cutting down. You're basically cutting out about 20 minutes, I'm saying, like 10 to 20 minutes, which doesn't sound like much, but over like say 8 episodes. I mean, that's like what? An extra. I don't know. But the point is, you save some time. You save some time. Like you may be saving like an hour and a half or something. And it just I feel like things like that make the difference. Like you can tell a story in about 30 to 40 minutes. You can still tell a good, compelling, in-depth story in about 30 to 40 minutes over 10 episodes, like 8 to 10 episodes. I believe you can. So I feel like I wish like more TV shows did that, like 30 to 40 minutes, 8 to 10 episodes per season. They did that, I could probably watch a little bit more, but they don't. So it's like, man, I gotta factor in time. I gotta figure out this and that and what I gotta do and when I gotta do it by and you know all of that, all of that. All right, so Agatha All Along is about 40 minutes per episode, with one exception. Well, maybe a couple exceptions. One's 32 minutes, one's 50 minutes. But mostly it looks to be about around about 40-ish minute mark. That's a good thing. And it's only 7 episodes. Or I don't know if that's finished yet. There might be more to come. But anyway, the point is that's what you want to do. About 40 minutes. and tell your story because you can still tell an in-depth story in about 30 to 40 minutes in 8 to 10 episodes. But anyway, still got to get around to the X Files. Watched up to season 5. I think was it last year or the year before? I don't remember. But he watched season 5. So yeah, season 6. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, season 6. There's 11 seasons. But there's loads of episodes on the X Files, like 24 episodes, 22 episodes or something like per season. It's long, man. But yeah, I do still eventually want to get around to that. Just try and get through some things first if I can. Still want to get around to the Saw movies as well, but bruh, it might be a minute. But yeah, I need to figure out how to I might need to figure out how to make money out of YouTube. Maybe it's about time I started trying to make money from YouTube because boy, I think that's the only way I can fit in all these stuff that I want to do. If I start making money from YouTube, then I don't have to do the cab work. I mean, I like cab work. It's cool. It's fun. It's well, maybe not fun. It's fine. I mean, it can be fun. It can be fun actually. It can be. Um, you could have some really cool, interesting passengers and all that. So it can be fun. But I ain't gonna lie, man. If I didn't have to do it, if I could just make money from YouTube and live like that, then yeah, I'd be doing that. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely worse things you could do than cab work, and I certainly don't hate it or anything like that. Like actually quite grateful for it, actually, when it comes down to it, because it enables me to, earn a living while being flexible, with my time, and able to fit it around stuff that I do. And there's very few jobs where you can do that. So I'm pretty grateful. Well, I feel like I'm grateful for it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but if I can make a living out of YouTube and just like make my money that way, pay my bills that way, do all that way, and it's like, yeah, I'd be doing that. But I might need to figure out how to do that because man, so much to do, so much to watch, so many games I want to play, so many shows I want to get round to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I was watching a video by a creator that content creator on YouTube that I found out about recently called Jabs Invest. He does a lot of interesting videos. At least I feel that interesting anyway. But this one particular one, he said something that kind of resonates with me quite a bit. That something I kind of believed for a while. Um, he was talking about how he wanted to buy a car, he wanted to get a new car, um, and he kind of felt like I can't remember exactly what he said in the video, but it says something like he kind of felt like he wasn't getting good deals and stuff like that. And then he bought a course from somebody that showed him how to negotiate and what to say, and provided like email templates and stuff like that that you can do in order to negotiate better prices. He said that course cost him $400, and then when he did that, he was able to save some $5,000 off the price of the vehicle. Like they managed to get it down, $5,000 cheaper, which is pretty awesome when you think about it. Like if you're planning on buying a car and a car costs 25,000, you pay $400 to a guy to teach you some things, and with the information that you learn from that guy, you're able to get that car from 25,000 down to 20,000, you know, your total outgoings is now $20,400, for the car rather than paying that 25,000. So and I thought the reason why it resonated because it's something that I kind of believe, for a while now. That's oftentimes when we look at things like whether it's a course or various services that exist, we look at the price and say, "Oh, that's just too expensive. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's too expensive." Or I can't, or whatever it may be, whether it's a course, whether it's a service, or whether it's like doing something that might uh, potentially get you somewhere who's like, oh, it's too expensive, too much, it's too much money. But the truth is that you should never really look at the cost. I mean, of course, we have to consider the cost because you got to pay for it, right? You got to consider the cost. You actually have to do pay for it out your pocket. But what I mean is that you should never really look at the cost as the be all and end all of your decision making, because it's less important what the service or the course might cost and more important as to what do you get from that, you know and what can you do with what you get from that, because like in this case he was able to use the information that he got from this course to save $5,000 on the car, and that's totally worth it at that point. Furthermore, if he ever buys another car in the future, he can maybe save another $5,000, and that kind of thing. And if he wants to, if he's so inclined, he could share that information with his family if they're buying a cars, and they could save, maybe $5,000. So for the cost of $400, you've saved $5,000 now on every car you buy from that point onwards, potentially, right? So that is easily worth it, right? Um, And that's what we need to think about when we look at these things, whether it's a course, whether it's a service, whatever it is. It's like, okay, I'm going to pay you this amount of money, and what am I going to get from it, and how do? And it doesn't have to be something that makes you money, by the way. I don't think that's the case. But in terms of like just what you get out of it and the value of what you get out of it, because that's the important bit, is the value of what you get out of it. You know, if you're getting something that you don't really see as valuable, because whether it's not something that you don't use or don't really care for, or not even trying to do or whatever, then yeah, it's a bit like why bother? But yo, what up, Isaline? How you been? But if it is valuable, then yeah, man, you might have to be like, hey, let's go for it. You know what, Isaline? I might have embarrassed myself a little bit because I was on the chat a little bit, right? I was just talking on the chat, and I thought I saw your name pop up. I had my head turned looking at my second screen or first screen, depending on which way you want to count it. But anyway, I was looking at my other screen, and I thought I saw your name pop up out the corner of my eye. And so I was like, "Isaline, how you been?" And then I looked and I was like, "Oh no, it's you're not there. My bad." So I was saying, "Isaline, how you been?" And you wasn't there. But I guess maybe me saying that kind of willed you into the chat room. So so you're here now. So maybe it's not so embarrassing. I don't feel so bad now. But I did say, "Isaline, how you been?" Hopefully you heard it, even though you wasn't actually here. But how you been, Isaline? Okay, awesome. So I'm like, nah, it's all good. It's all good. Ain't no need to apologize. Unless, of course, she was watching somebody else's live stream, then yeah, you should apologize for that. If you're watching somebody else's live stream, I want an apology. Other than that, it's cool. It's cool. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Hopefully you're well. Well, you said you're doing okay, so hopefully, yeah, hopefully that means you're well too. So if you're running a little late, it's not even late. I mean, it's not like you have to be here when I stop. You know what I mean? It's not like a school schedule and nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Had my sister over. Okay. So I have to. Oh, you have to. Oh, you have to be here. All right. All right. Well, Mama Dukes has spoken. Hopefully, your sister's doing well too. How's your daughter doing? How's your brand new uh daughter doing? Have you start giving her pocket money yet? Do you spank her? Do you, when she's in trouble? Do you like put her on your knee and just no, don't you do that again? I don't support hitting children, by the way, but Sometimes I'm just saying you might go daughter or pet. You said you. Oh, wait, did I misunderstand that? Was it? What did you say another one time that you were adopting your friend, or was you talking about the dog when you said adopting your friend? Maybe I got confused. Maybe I got confused. But I thought you were saying you were adopting a friend. But maybe you meant the dog. Oh, you are adopting a friend. We figuring it out. Okay, so that hasn't happened yet. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, that's still in the works. All right. So you don't have to give her pocket money just yet. Then at least that can wait a while. You know. But you probably want to figure that out while you're doing all the paperwork. Like figure out how much you're going to give her, how frequently. Um, you know, if she gets any if she gets any bonuses, if she does her homework on time and gets good grades in school, you're probably going to figure all that stuff out too. Whether you even have to walk her to school, and you might have to figure that out. All of that. There's so many complications with it, so it might not happen. Ah, damn. We'll just have to see, and that's a shame. Hopefully, it does happen. That'd be kind of cool. Be kind of cool. You could be like tell your friend, like your friend could be like, "Yeah, I'm going out." Like, no, you're not. No, you bloody not. You ain't cleaned the toilet yet. You ain't going out. You ain't going out. And you could like tell her off for like wearing like dresses that you don't approve of. You'd be like, no, you're not wearing that. You better branch yourself upstairs and get changed, young lady. You better do all that. Like, Mom, it's not fair. You ain't going out dressed like that. No, not on my watch. As long as you live in my house, you abide by my rules. That's what you should say. But how was the dog? How's the puppy? I'm like that too. Well, that's okay. I mean, I feel like a lot of parents are hypocrites anyway. So you know what I mean? It's fine. You just be a normal parent at that point. Telling your daughter to not do things that you're doing. It's fine. It's kind of normal for parents. But your dog though, did it have bandages on its ears? Is that what they were? Like I wasn't really sure. It looked like bandages on its ears. Puppy's so mischievous. Oh, but she's so intense sometimes. Oof. Gotta go running up. Take her running. Get one of those belt straps. You could go running with the dog. Yeah, print. Oh, I see. Okay, hopefully that's clearing up. Ear infection. That's oh, I know the word for it. It's something itis. I've forgotten, my bad. But yeah, hopefully little puppy. What would happen if your new daughter gets your house and it turns out she's allergic to puppies, like allergic to dogs? Like one of them's gonna have to go. Like who are you choosing? Like if if the daughter comes through, turns out she's allergic to dogs, or just develops, or maybe she's not allergic to dogs now. Maybe like in a couple of months, she develops an allergy to dogs, and it gets really really bad. And it's like one of them's got to go. Oh, she is. Oh, you're both allergic. Oh, all right. Well, you ain't gonna last long then. Yeah. She's too small to run. She's only 3 months. Oh, okay, fair enough. Maybe give it another month or two then. Another month or two could go running in the park. React to that. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Allergic to dogs, but no reaction in this case. Hmm, is it a real dog then? Yo, what up, Sam? Sam B in the place to be. How is ye? It's all good. Appreciate you coming through. Don't gotta apologize. No needs for that. Appreciate you coming through. How's you and the crew? How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining this live stream. Same. Today, my mom met the puppy for the first time. It could not have gone worse. Oh no, no, I'm sorry. Your mum don't like dogs, huh? Or by the way, Sam, you missed the Metallica dance. So oh well. Oh well. Maybe if you came in on time, you might have seen it, but oh well. She kissed my dog, so my mom is allowed back. Oh, please tell me that was an accident. That was an accident, right? She didn't kick the dog deliberately, did she? No. Oh, that's please tell me that was an accident. I mean, it still sucks, but it was an accident, right? Yeah, I'm alright. Kind of stressed waiting for results. Sorry. Do you know when the results come through? Nope, if it was an accident, I still visit. Yeah, that's cruel, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I know that there's some people that don't like dogs too much, but that's no reason to kick a dog, though. That's still not okay. That's not okay. Like, could always do it again. I could, but I don't know I'm feeling a bit. I don't know, man. My arms a bit aching now, and so, yeah, okay too. I say I'll do a little bit of it just to. I think that's how it went. I ain't got the dance moves like that. Well, not those dance moves anyway. It's normally a Thursday or a Friday, but it's coming up to 2 weeks. Okay, so what we choose? So maybe in a couple of days then, 2 3 days. Ish. Hopefully, it's all good news. We'll put some hearts in the chat for Sam's mama. Her mama many times I could take the puppy away from her, but she said no. Next thing I see is my puppy flying. Sounds funny, but it's not. Nah, that's not funny at all. That's not funny at all. Like cruelty to animals, yeah, that's not something I can get behind. Like it's just there's just no need for it. Like I said, I get that some people aren't comfortable around animals. Some people don't like dogs, and it is what it is. But that's not a reason. That's not an excuse to kick another living thing like that. So yeah, made the right call. Sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what? You're gone too far. You're gone too far. Let me find it back here. It sucks. But it shows she's a bad person. Sorry for venting. Mm. I mean, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. If you feel it's too personal a question, then it's fine if you'd rather not answer it. But I mean, aside from the puppy incident, like, do you and your mum get along? Like, do you have a good relationship, or like if that's too personal, if you'd rather not, it's cool. Sorry but yeah, if you'd rather not answer that, like, yeah, that's fine. We could just move on. Talking about talking about some TV shows and movies. Oh, I did hear that the Wayans brothers are coming back to do another scary movie. So it's Wayans brothers did Scary Movie 1 and 2, and then they got booted off like 3, 4, and however many more they made of them. And let's be honest, after 2, they all kinda just sucked, really. Like, I think I watched a little bit of 3, and it just was not funny at all. Um, but apparently I saw on the, Marlon Wayans' Insta that, yeah, the Wayans brothers are coming back for another Scary Movie. So, I don't know if it's gonna be a sequel to the ones they've done already, or if it's gonna be like a reboot, or I guess we have to wait and find out. But yeah, Wayne's brothers are back on Scary Movie, which is pretty big news. I don't know why I have a bad feeling at this time. I want to think that way. I'm trying to, but I can't explain it. Mm. Could be just like anxiousness, anxiety. You know, I think sometimes we do that. We try to brace ourselves. So I think I get that. Try, very much how that she was abusive towards me and my sister. Sorry. Forgiving her, tried to give her chances. Each time there's something. So I'm done trying now. I'm sorry you've been through that. Put a few more hearts in the chat for Iseline, and Scary Movie 1 and 2 was the only good ones. For real. Like, I think they made like, I don't even know how many made, like 5, 6, 7. They made a bunch of them, but yeah, I tapped out after. Like, I was watching 3, and I was like, this is just not funny. Like, it really was just so unfunny. I don't even think I completed the movie. It was that boring. Um, but yeah, they wanted to make like a million of those movies, but Wayne's brothers are back. I don't know when, I don't know how, but that's the news, man. That's news, pretty big news. So yeah, there might just finally be another good scary movie. Okay, what she did to me, but my dog was the last thing. My puppy is just innocent baby. I'm trying to watch Scary Movie 1 as we speak. What's your favorite scary movie? It's actually quite interesting. I find that sort of thing, like with people, like sometimes we find it far easier to stick up for somebody else than ourselves at times. You ever find that? That sometimes it can be far easier to stick up for somebody else than ourselves. Like when somebody does something to you, it's like, you should say something, but maybe you don't always, and maybe just let it slide and you don't even think about it. And, maybe they do it again and you're like, yeah, I should probably do something. I should probably say something, but you don't. But then they do something to somebody and it's like, no, 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 I'm not standing for that. And it may be something that's not even as bad as what they did to you, but you're like, just no. We're not standing for that. We're not doing that here. I don't know why that is. It's kind of weird, kind of interesting, but yeah, I get it. I haven't seen scary movies for a long time now, though. Apparently, Scary Movie One has a 51% Rotten Tomatoes score. That sounds pretty low. I mean, I generally don't bother much with movie scores in general, but yeah, that just seems a bit low for Scary Movie. Like, I'd have thought it'd been much higher than that. Oh, wait, Scary Movies on Netflix. Or maybe not. It was on Netflix. It was not anymore. Or it might be coming back though. I don't know. Remind me. All right, cool. Yeah, sorry for bringing the mood down. Nah, no need to apologize. Norwegian one. Yeah. So Norwegian Netflix. Us Brit folks don't get it. Black Phone is on Netflix. And it's leaving soon. So I ain't seen this yet. When's it leaving? Does it say? 2nd November. Oh, that's real soon. The last day to watch it is 2nd of November. So uh, try and watch it before 2nd of November. Damn it. I don't know if I could be able to do that, you know. Don't worry about it. I've spoken about my family drama in here plenty of times. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, so good. I mean, we have fun and all that stuff and talk about, you know, birds pooping or whatever. But you know, if we need to get serious, we can get serious, and it's all good. It's all good. And you know, sometimes you need to vent a little bit. You know, sometimes you just need to let it out, just a little bit, or even more than a little bit. Oh, you know what's on Netflix actually? On the UK Netflix, The Babadook. I'm pretty sure Sam has seen The Babadook. Isleen, have you seen The Babadook? If you've not, that is a very highly recommended film from me. I think I've got it on DVD somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, that is a really good movie. It's not very long. It's only an hour and a half. I don't have a relationship with my dad. This means fucking about in here. Too serious, then laugh. Exactly. We get a little serious, we have a little laugh. We have a little laugh, we get a little serious. I haven't seen it. I don't fancy that one. Oh, that's a good movie. The only thing I'd say about that movie is that the kid is kind of annoying. Like, there's a kid in that movie, and he is kind of annoying. I ain't gonna lie. But aside from that, aside from that, it's a really good film. It's a really good, well-made film. So yeah, I'm actually surprised you haven't seen it, Sam. Like, damn, that's one to see. That is one to see. That's definitely worth an hour and a half of your time. An hour 33 minutes. Have it so scary. It's a good movie. Yes, the scary. The kid is so annoying. He really is. He really is. But yeah, it's a great movie. So the person who I thought would have seen it hasn't seen it, and the person who thought hasn't seen it has seen it. Just goes to show you shouldn't assume. You shouldn't assume. Ali G in the House is also leaving Netflix soon as well on the 15th of November. If you've not seen Ali G in the House, it's actually pretty funny. I wouldn't say it's a must see film, but it's pretty funny. It was, I believe, the first Sacha Baron Cohen film for one of his main characters. Um, when was this? 2002? Yeah, I think it's one of his first films that he did at uh with his characters. Like he was like Ali G on a TV show before then this movie came out, and he's done some other movies with other characters, but I think that was the first one. I like movies where the kids are the main characters. Um I'm not sure I'd say he's the main character in this one though. I mean, I guess he's I guess he kind of is and isn't. Like I think it's probably more about the woman than him. But yeah, he's pretty well featured in the film, though. To be fair, like I don't know if I'd say he's the main character, but yeah, he's pretty well featured. But let's see, you don't like films where the kids are the main characters, so that would include Child's Play. Uh, what else? Or most Disney movies, really. Depends how you define kids. Some of them go into teenage years. Usually those movies aren't as good. And The Shining and It. Oh yeah, yeah. The Shining. Here's Johnny. We all froze down there. Hey, Georgie, Georgie. We all froze down there. Georgie followed a strange clown into the sewers. Like, I mean, how is that a good idea? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just. I mean, I get that you wanted the balloons, but you follow the clown into the sewers. Like, there's a point where it's like, mm, no, walk away. Just walk away. Child's Play isn't my favorite. Brother Chuck is my favorite. Oh, I haven't seen it. Well, that's one with Jennifer Tilly. Oh, The Grudge is on Netflix. Which one is it though? Is it the American one or the Korean one? I think it's the American one. Oh, wait, it's not even. Oh, this might be a remake of the American one. It's from 2020. It has a cool balloon. But would you follow a clown into the sewers if it had a homemade cheesecake? I feel like that. Yeah, that's. I mean, I probably made that one too easy. Yeah, I mean, too easy. Like you're gonna follow the clown if it had a homemade cheesecake, of course. Like that's an easy choice. Like if it had a homemade cheesecake, I think everybody would just follow the clown into the sewers. Like at that point, it's like, I mean, as long as the cheesecake is clean, of course. Like if the cheesecake was covered in like sewage, doo doo, whatever, it's like, yeah, no, come on. But if the cheesecake is still clean, yeah, I'll probably follow the clown into the sewers for a cheesecake. I probably would. I almost certainly would. I watched Immaculate the other night. That was a good film. Immaculate sounds like a Madonna movie. Oh wait, no, I've seen this one around. Immaculate was, yeah, Sydney Sweeney. She's like a nun or something like that. Oh, it's on Amazon Prime. Man, so many movies, so little time. Oof. So many movies, so little time, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I need to figure out how to turn this YouTube thing into a into some kind of money making thing because, mate, I need more time to watch all the movies I want to watch. I need more time to play all the video games I want to play, to watch all the TV shows I want to watch. Right. I need to turn this YouTube thing into a money thing, man. How do you do that? How do you make £1 billion from YouTube? That's what I need to know. Is there a book I can read how to make £1 million on YouTube in a week? I mean, without recording dead bodies in the forest or you know DMing 12-year-old kids like without doing that stuff. How can I make £1 million in a week? Without um selling a high fat food, highly processed, high sugar food to kids and calling it healthy. Without that, how do you make £1 million in a week on YouTube? Without taking sponsorship deals from companies that I don't actually use and turn out to be really horrible people. How do you make? That's what I need to figure out. How to make £1 million in a week on YouTube without doing that stuff. Yeah, indeed. I was watching this guy on TikTok. Watch Human Centipede 2. The dude actually threw up. Ha! I mean, I haven't watched Human Centipede 2, but still. You just need to post, post, and post to change the algorithm. Yeah, the algorithm. What is the algorithm? I need to figure out the algorithm. How's your Wi-Fi get? Oh, I forgot about that. Damn it, man! I need a new contract. I tell you what, you get half of the first £10, and then the rest I keep. That's pretty generous, actually. I think actually, the first £10 I make, you get half. After that, I keep everything. I hate Human Centipede 2. I watched it once, never again. I've not seen any of those movies. I've heard they're pretty disgusting, which does not put me off at all. But yeah, I've not seen any of those movies. Oh, by the way, um, speaking of taking sponsorships from companies that I don't actually work with, um, so a friend of mine wrote a book, a children's book, uh, and it's on Amazon for £10. It's called Missing, a Dog Named Gerard. Adventure, spook, and laughter await. So it's a children's book about, I assume, about a dog that goes missing called Gerard. But apparently, it's for kids where you can draw in the book and draw their own stories and stuff, things like that. I've not read the book, so I don't want to say if it's any good or not. Um, it might be total trash. I have no idea, or it might be amazing. I have no idea. But if you'd like to support, if you'd like to support a friend of mine in her uh, literary adventures, then yeah, I do plan on buying a book at some point, but I've not bought it as of yet. It's a self-published book as well, so most of that £10 goes to her, I believe. But yeah, if you feel like supporting her and buying a children's book about a missing dog, there you go. There's a link for that. 2 is by far the worst. I honestly felt like I needed a shower after. Okay, is that disgusting? I might need to see it then. I think you just sold it to me. I think you just sold it to me. How many movies are there in the Human Centipede? Okay, so there's 4. Oh, is it 4? Is that right? No, there's 3. There's a movie called Centipede. I don't know if that's related to it though. That might be a different movie. But it's Human Centipede from 2009, Human Centipede 2, 2011, and then Human Centipede 3, 2015. They're all on Amazon, but yeah, you gotta pay extra to watch those. Well, when Elliot gets paid, awesome. If it's good, let her know. If it sucks, oh well. At your own risk. It was free, and I'm not recommending. Oh, really? I don't know, man. I'm hearing they're disgusting, and apparently it made you feel dirty. I'm like, that's got to be a disgusting movie. Like, if you're watching a movie like the horror movie aficionado, watched the film and just felt ugh afterwards, that's got to be some high level disgust in that film. I'm not sure I'm ready for that kind of disgust, to be honest with you, but it does make me want to see it. It does make me want to see it. Uh, One is boring, two is gross, and not in an entertaining way. It's gross for the sake of being gross. Three is stupid. All right. So they're just bad movies then. Okay, I get you. I get you. I get you. So what's the what would you say is the most disgustingly gross movie you've seen? Or is that already uh Human Centipede 2? Excuse me. Oosh. Ah, man. That one, I almost turned it off. I know you're saying this to not recommend the film, but I ain't gonna lie, man. Like it's actually making me want to see it more. It's actually making me want to see it more. I don't know. Like I say, I'm probably not ready for that kind of disgust. I'm a sweet little innocent boy after all. So I'm probably I'm probably not ready for that. So maybe I should take heed. Maybe I should take heed and just be like, you know what? Just leave it alone. Just walk away. Just walk away. I gotta pay for it, and I ain't paying for nothing anytime soon because I think how many what this it's 29th now. There's what 2 days left of the month? Is that right? 2 days? Yeah, 2 days left of the month. So I got a little money left to last until the rest of the month. Let me not spend it on some movies that would probably suck. Terrifier is more gory. Don't get me wrong, but it's just gross. Okay, okay. Yeah, apparently there's a scene. I don't know if it's the first one or the second one or whichever one, but apparently there's a scene where you have like the guy who like he has all these people. I mean, basically, Human Centipede is like arse to mouth, and he's just like tied them all up with like one guy shitting in another dude's mouth, and then that guy shits in the other guy's mouth. And that's basically what the Human Centipede is. Um, so yeah, I guess that's the whole move. I guess it's all three of them. I mean, you have that as a movie. It's kind of like, well, yeah, it's they do it and all. Oh, okay, okay. So that's just yeah, that's just all of them. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Mm. Yeah, I'm just looking at some things on YouTube, not YouTube, on Amazon. Some accessories I might need to look at getting at some point. Oh man. Ugh. But yeah, one of these days. One of these days. But for now, oof. But for now, I guess it's that time. It's that time. I question people who enjoy that kind of thing. At least terrifies entertaining. There is nothing entertaining about Human Centipede. Okay, it's that bad. Actually, let's see something real quick. The Human Centipede. What's the? It has a 47% Rotten Tomato score. Human Centipede. I mean, like I said before, I don't generally go by movie scores, but it can be a decent indicator of what people think of a film. So 47% means that a lot of people didn't like it very much. Um, let's see, the first Terrify movie. Where's that at in comparison? Terrify 2016. That has a Rotten Tomato score of 60%. So I guess people liked it just a little bit more. But then again, I mean, what's the uh what's the market for gory horror movies? Maybe I'll wait till Centipede is on Netflix and then I don't have to pay to watch it. I might see if I can watch it then. maybe, just maybe. But yeah, I don't think I don't think I'm willing to pay to watch it, and that might not be a good investment of the little money I have left for the remainder of the month. So let me wait till it's on a free thing and be like, all right, cool. I'll check it. Or I might. So we're not doing nothing else. But yeah. It's about that time. It's about that time. What is on Prime? One sec. I thought it was a pay thing on Prime. All right. Oh, here we go. Prime Video. Oh wait, you could get it on Shutter. If you got Shutter, then it's available. Other than that, it's 7.99 to buy it or 3.50 to rent it. I don't have Shutter. I could probably get a free trial of Shutter, or maybe not. I think I might have used my free trial already. I might have used my free trial already. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, so good. I ain't paying to watch that. I ain't paying to watch it. It's all good. Apparently, it's it's free for you on Prime, but not for me. Maybe they're trying to get you to watch it again. They're like, you know what? Let's make it free for Sam and Sam only. That would encourage her to watch this movie again. Watch it until she likes it. I'm not paying 7.99 or 3.50 for that matter. I think I'll wait. Or I mean I ain't seen them all this time. It's not like I have to, so no big deal. Number one is boring. You want gross. Gross one is two. Yeah. Human Centipede first sequence, 2010. Human Centipede 2 full sequence. That was 2011. And then Human Centipede 3. That doesn't have any kind of sequence afterwards, but that was 2015. And that seems to be the last one. But yeah. Never say never, but actually, I just realized actually, Human Centipede 2 is not rated. Like, Human Centipede is rated 18. Centipede 3 is also rated 18. Human Centipede 2 is not actually rated. That's probably why it's so disgustingly gross. That's probably why it's so gross. They didn't even bother get it rated out. You know what? We're just gonna not bother to get this from the censorship. Which is yeah, we know we made a disgusting film. Let's just not even bother get it rated. Sorry, my sister called, so I just left all of a sudden. I'm back now. That's so good. Family first. It's all good. Hope your sister's doing well. But yeah, it's all good. We're just talking about Human Centipede. Apparently, it's free for Sam on Prime, but it's not free for me on Prime, and I ain't paying to watch it. So that's all. But what I am paying to watch, actually, no. What am I paying to watch? Oh, you know what? I got recommended a film called Super. I might pay to watch that. That looks pretty interesting. What's the trailer for it? It looks pretty interesting. It's called Super. It's from 2011. Has Rain Wilson and Elliot Page. It's something to do with like a regular guy trying to become a superhero. It's a comedy. Um, but yeah, I might pay to watch that or not. We'll see. We'll see. She has just wanted me to keep company while she walked the road without. You know what? Good idea. Good idea. I mean, at the risk of sounding Sexist. I mean, to be honest, everybody should do this, like whether you're a man or a woman. But sometimes you walk in certain roads, especially like in certain areas where things happen. It's not a bad idea to have your phone connected to somebody. Um, so in case something happens, they know right away. Okay, they know where you are. It's connected. You know something's going down, and you can action quickly. Whereas if you don't have that, and then you're looking for your phone, but your phone's been taken already, and it's like you can't call nobody. So it's like, yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea to do. Paying to watch a movie that makes you feel like you need a shower. That means you pay for the movie, and then you got to pay for your water, pay the extra on your water bill as well. So you're really paying twice, aren't you? You know what I mean? Like you pay for the movie, and then whatever your water bill costs for the shower that you had, it all adds up, man. And this economy, I don't know, man. I don't know. And the soap, of course, you got to factor in the soap. The shower gel, shampoo, and all the other things that you might be using in the shower. I'm just saying, like the cost adds up. And then the towel. Once you dried yourself with a towel, you got to wash the towel afterwards, right? So now it's not just the water bill for the shower; it's the water bill for the washing machine, and whatever detergent you're using. So yeah, it's a big cost. It's not just the movie. It's not just a movie. Or if even worse, if you have to go to the laundrette and pay to use the washing machines, the laundrette, because they charge like what £5 now. They charge some mad prices at the laundrettes now. I remember your laundress used to be like 30p. They ain't no 30p no more. They're like £5 or £7 or something. It's like madness what they charge. So it's like I'm just saying, if a movie makes you feel like you need to have a shower, you really got to factor in all the different costs involved because it's not just the movie you're paying for. It's everything that comes with it. Yeah, it's better to be sure indeed. I don't go anywhere at night, and that time alone. I don't feel safe to. Mm. Is that like? I mean, whole is that whole in general or just certain parts? I think humans tend to be, but I did see memes about it long ago. I'll be honest and say I've never wanted to watch it. Nah, it's so good. Sam's the only one that's seen it and is not recommended anybody watches it. So this might be one to avoid anyway. And besides, I think you already said you don't like them gross movies, so I think you definitely want to avoid this. Probably a me thing. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I see. But what you should do, Sam, to help you get over that fear, is go out at night on your own, but take a knife with you. And if anybody tries anything, you stab them in the leg, and you twist the knife and you yank it out, and then you walk away. You'll be fine after that. I give good advice. Well, I mean, I'm kind of joking. I'm kind of not actually. I'm kind of joking. I'm kind of not joking at the same time. Like, I mean, ideally, in an ideal world, you shouldn't have to stab anybody, right? Um, but some people do get a bit too close, too familiar, right? And I do think it's a good idea to be able to protect yourself, and sometimes, you might need to do a little damage, just a little bit. We'll probably get risk. Yeah, that's the thing as well. If you get attacked and you fought back, and like the other person got injured, you know, then you probably get in trouble. That's mad. That's actually crazy the way the law is. Like somebody could attack you, and because you fought back and they got injured, you could actually end up getting in trouble. That's a dumb law. But hey, we do what we can. We do what we can. think it should be legal to defend yourself. It really should. I guess it is legal to defend yourself, but it's more like you can only defend yourself up to a certain point. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't defend yourself up to a certain point. Like you can't defend yourself. Like if somebody, like say, if somebody attacks you, you can maybe block, and if that's all you did, then okay, you're fine within the law. But if they're attacking you and they won't stop attacking you, and because of that, you fought back and maybe punched them in the face, and maybe when you punched them, you broke their nose or something. Then yeah, now it's like grievous bodily harm for breaking somebody's nose, and it's like, bruh, use my sharp personality to defend myself. Hey, if it cuts, it works. It's legal to carry a weapon. Oh yeah, that too. In the UK, it's illegal to carry a weapon. So if you ever do, just don't get caught with it. I give good advice. But yeah, no, don't carry weapons. And I don't know, try not to be in situations where I don't know, maybe take karate lessons. That might be a good thing to do. That might be a good thing to do. Take karate lessons, become a black belt, learn kung fu, become a master. That's probably the best way forward, really. I actually might take karate lessons. There's a karate school that open up not too far from where I live, actually. So yeah, I might look into that. I actually might look into that because I was thinking about doing karate lessons anyway. Um, it's not. I don't feel like it's a must for me, but at the same time, it's something that I feel like I want to do. So, and now that there's a school not too far from me that does it, then I might. Yeah, I might have to look into that. I might have to, maybe get the brochure or something and really consider taking karate lessons. So, who knows? Maybe this time next year I'll be a black belt. Maybe, just maybe. Used to do boxing when I was younger. My trainer told me that hands are classified as weapons when you have experience with lessons. Well, he's not wrong. Well, she's not wrong. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm kind of sexist. So I'm a yeah. I just made an assumption, but yeah, it could be your trainer could have been a woman, but yeah, they're not wrong. Or yeah, they're not wrong. I'm thinking about getting Sophie into boxing. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. It's also good ways to exercise to keep fit, to help with like discipline, with focus. Um, it can help in so many different areas. Aggression, yeah, just as a way of like letting out aggression in a constructive way, learning how to deal with that without going crazy and that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a lot of good lessons you could learn from combat sports. So yeah, I 100% support the idea of putting kids in classes like karate classes, boxing classes, things like that. I think it's a great idea actually. If I ever have kids, I'll do that. Put them in a karate class, but like, yeah, you're all going. Even though I never took karate lessons, you're going anyway. Hmm. Yeah, things like combat sports or martial arts sports or what's it called, fighting sports. I don't know yeah, stuff like that. Anyway, boxing, martial arts, things like that. I think a lot of times people are against them because you know they look at them as being violent and you can get hurt and things like that. You can get, or they're going to teach them how to fight and be aggressive, and that's just not true. That's not true. It's not like the movies. Well, usually not like the movies anyway. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of good lessons to be learned that can help with like school and and life and just so many areas that you can apply to other parts of your life. The lessons that you learn in a boxing school or karate school or whatever, like they're lessons that you can apply in different areas. So yeah, it is a really good idea to put your kids in places like that. Boxing is fun, but don't get a male trainer. Not trying to seem like I'm judging, but it's hard for them to understand who women can train their bodies properly. Uh, yeah. Hey, you're a woman. You can't do that. That yeah. I know she can't help her aggression being autistic. Good if she could channel them. Indeed, yoga meditations help as well. Yeah, yoga. Oh, mm. Down dog. Upwards cat. Shake it all about. Yeah. But yeah, anything that can help for sure. Deadpool and Wolverine is available to buy on Amazon for £13 and 99 pence. That means that not too long from now, should we just be on Disney Plus? So I ain't seen that yet either. Damn, so many movies, so little time. Are you using a green screen? No, I'm using a software called XSplit Video. Is that what it's called actually? XSplit VCam rather. It's called XSplit VCam. And it does a bunch of different things, but for this particular, what I'm using it for, it just makes the background look blurry. So yeah, that's all that does. Just makes the background blurry. There's no before. Oh, yeah, so good. I can do some cool stuff with it though. Like I can do this or this or that, and could take the blur off. I like the blur. The blur. I feel blur makes it look a bit better. Methinks. So I usually have it on. I can have a logo, but I don't have a logo. I mean, I can add a logo to it, but I don't have a logo to add to it. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can upload custom backgrounds and just like maybe go to space or something. I don't have a space one right now though. It's just the generic things here. Or I could just do this. I will say that if I did have a green screen, it would work a bit better. It uses various processing to do what it does. But if you had a green screen or say any kind of consistent one color background, it wouldn't have as much. Like if you look on the sides, you can see like it's a bit teary on the sides. Like that would be a lot smoother if I had like a single color background, whether it's green or white or black or whatever it is. If it's just a single color background, green is usually a good one to go with. Green or blue are usually good ones to go with. Then that sort of thing would look a bit better. But as it is, I think it works pretty okay. With if I put a blur on, it doesn't. It's not as noticeable that the edges are a bit rough. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. I brought it up with the school. Well, what do they say? Oh, I just never noticed it before. I like it. It's still very cool. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. that software cost me, I think, £60, right? And as in £60 just one off, like it was a one off flat fee of £60. And I get so much use out of it. It was totally worth it. 'Cause I don't mind paying for uh services or softwares and stuff like that. But it's always the issue I have is that so the issue that I have is that a lot of these services that you see online, they they're never really that clear about what you're actually getting for it. You know what I mean? Like they always say, "Oh yeah, it costs this much, it costs that much," but then they're never really clear as to what the you're getting and why it costs so much. So a lot of these things I just don't bother with because it's like, bro, if you can't be clear in your marketing as to what exactly it is you do and and why exactly it costs this much, what am I supposed to? If I'm paying you £100 for the year and you're giving me all these things, like what am I supposed to do with it that is value makes it worth £100? You know what I mean? And they're hardly ever clear on that. But sometimes it's like, look, here's the price. It's £50, it's £60, £30, and it very clear as what it is, what you're getting, why it's useful. And it's like, oh, I can dig it. I know what this is, and I think it's worth it too. And I could pay for it and use it and be fine. But yeah, I feel like a lot of these like apps and web services, like they just want your money. Of course, I mean, I get it, everybody wants money, but I feel like in their marketing, they're just never really clear. A lot of times, they're never really clear to what exactly you're paying for. My brother has ADHD. It was hard figuring everything out with medications, but when he got the right one, everything turned out great for him. Awesome, that's good news. That's something new every day, indeed. Well, try to anyway. It should be at least we could. Right, exactly. Gasoline, always put it down to autistic aggression is getting worse and more frequent. I'm like, is there something else going on? It could be. I mean, she's teenage years now or approaching teenage years. Is that right? I think she's nearly a teenager. So, yeah, getting older. I watched Inside Out 1 and 2. Have you seen those movies, Inside Out? Those are really good movies, Inside Out, both of them. And I think the second movie might offer might offer a slight explanation as to what might be happening. Um, as a as a little girl goes from being a little girl to a teenager, you know, and all the emotions that happen and the different emotions that come up. I'm not saying that's the thing, but yeah, maybe it's a slight explanation. Must be so hard for you. There's not need different medications to help and therapy as well. It's really helpful. That's a puberty age. That's just a ticking time bomb. All it takes is just that one thing to go wrong, that one straw to snap. But yeah, boxing could help. I think boxing can help a lot. Even if it doesn't necessarily be the thing that solves all the problems, I think it can help a lot. Years of treatment, it's always worth it. Brax Bivy and a place to bivy. Mm, one and two. I fell asleep. Oof. I watched them recently. They're great films. Definitely worth watching. Maybe when you're a little less tired. Ooh, all right. But guys, it's that time. It's actually beyond that time. But it is that time. I've got to start winding down. Got to be up tomorrow. Take my car to the to get licensed. So I've got a long drive. I got a long drive. So yeah, got to do that. Should be live streaming again next week. 8 p.m. ish, GMT ish. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and post the videos. I'm gonna try and post actually some clips from live streams actually, because I've got a service that I've had for a while where I can convert long form video into short clips, and I've used it to clip some stuff from live streams. So I'm like, you know what? Let me post some of these. Some of these are kind of fun, interesting short clips that I can post. So yeah, look out for some of those, and I might post a few other vids along the way as well. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the minute. She attacked me the other day because I asked her to move her chair. Oof, oof. Yeah, you might want to get some body pads or something, or head guards and shields. You might need a riot shield actually, just to protect yourself. Um, hopefully, hopefully the boxing calms her down, or at least helps her direct it, not at you. But guys, you have been awesome as always. I appreciate you and all that you do. Thanks for keeping me company. Brax, sorry to cut it short for you. Just got here. But yeah, man's gotta get to bed. So till whenever, if ever.